10 tips to be a confident introvert. We are living in an extrovert-driven society in which it can feel just about the only way to excel is to be confident, noisy, and flourish in all social situations. Introverts find it extremely difficult to open up in social settings because of this deeply entrenched belief structure. This sometimes results in introverts' useful observation and ideas going unspoken. Many introverts and their extrovert colleagues have left questioning how to be confident, and as an introvert, this is something many have certainly Googled in the past. If this reflects you, here are some tips to help you build confidence and make your voice known, whether in a small group discussion or a large-scale event. Number 10. Get prepared for the occasion. For introverts who are uncertain how to be positive, the best advice is to plan as much as possible ahead of time. Both introverts and extroverts profit from practice when it comes to public speaking. Few people are comfortable speaking in front of an audience without it. Find excerpts of popular speeches or stream them online to see how the debater arranged them when preparing a public speech. Consider how they attracted the audience's attention and what the speaker's intent was. And if the speaker met the audience's standards, as well as the speed at which they talked, please keep in mind that most of the people you admire for their public speaking ability might be introverts who are just acting like extroverts. After you've written and practiced your speech aloud, record yourself doing so to see if it sounds correct while someone else is listening. Pay attention to the body language as well. Adopt an open posture and speak plainly and loudly. Number 9. Get used to being center stage. Since you're unlikely to be used to being the center of attention and having all eyes on you, it's a good idea to practice before speaking publicly. The most successful approach is to use virtual reality, which includes placing your phone into a VR headset and immersing yourself in a different world. Your mind is deceiving into believing you are actually there, which can be very beneficial for placing you in the spotlight and getting used to people staring at you, all while staying secure in a simulated world. Number 8. Focus on the positive. While speaking publicly, confidence isn't the only ability you'll need, so play to your strengths. You might have special, fascinating perspectives to share, or you might be able to speak freely that force people to think deeply about a topic. People who are funny in speeches or discussions are always celebrated in the society. So, if you aren't funny, don't claim to be. To be confident and express your ideas and thoughts, you don't really have to be anyone else. Number 7. Ask questions. If you're uncertain of how to be confident in public situations, try deflecting the discussion away from yourself by continually asking questions. You can also engage directly in discussions. If you're stumped for questions, think of a couple ahead of time or pick up on something they've said of themselves and ask them to elaborate. Number 6. Connect with the audience. Having eye contact with your listeners is important. Whether you're speaking to 3 people or 300, it's the best way to communicate with your audience. Instead of grazing over the tops of people's head or looking at the back of the room, make sure you make clear eye contact towards different persons. Move your attention from one person to the next by focusing your eye contact on one individual for a few seconds and then shifting your focus around the room. Talking to the crowd beforehand is one of the best pieces of advice you may have gained on how to be confident. That way, you'll feel more at ease on stage because you'll remember some of the people in the audience and no, they won't bite. You should then concentrate the eye contact on all those individuals as well. If you enjoyed this video so far, hit the subscribe button as it gives us a reason to bring more quality content. Let's get back to the video now. Number 5. Keep smiling and avoid negative feelings. Although this is a simple technique, you'll be shocked at how effective it is. When you smile, you will immediately feel happier, and people will automatically treat you with more kindness. Put a big smile the next time you walk into a group of people at a meeting or networking event, and people will be far more willing to talk to you. There will be a situation when you begin to doubt yourself. This might be anything as easy as walking into a group of people at a social gathering to strike up a conversation. You could start imagining all the things that might go wrong. Attempt to drive these feelings out of your mind and concentrate on the positive aspects of the experience. Number 4. Make pauses a priority. Taking pauses in the middle of a discussion to consider what all the other individuals have said is not socially appropriate, which is another example of how society has become extrovert-oriented. There are ways to ensure you feel relaxed in silence if you really need time to think before reacting to others, whether in discussion or in response to questions during a presentation. If possible, have a bottle of water around you so you can take a drink when you need to think and schedule breaks during long talks, when you're likely to feel exhausted or perhaps distracted. These gaps can be as easy as having a drink or using the toilet. Allowing yourself time to consider during a conversation is as simple as saying, "Give me a minute to think about that." By voicing the need to think, you may remove any awkwardness associated with having to pause. To buy yourself more time, you might question the other person about their concern. Number 3. Be well-dressed and stand tall. You'll feel good about yourself and be able to face the world if you dress well. It doesn't have to be an extravagant outfit. Instead, wear something which suits you well and is fitting for the occasion. You might also wear something that stands out a little to inspire people to strike up a conversation with you. A strong, upright positive is a sure sign of self-assurance. Folded arms, hunched shoulders, hands in the pockets, and looking down are only a few of the safety precautions that should be avoided when making a presentation or speech. We exert power and control by looking relaxed. Number 2. Get to know yourself. When you're in social settings, start paying attention to your thoughts and sometimes even start writing a diary about your feelings and experiences. Analyze your feelings and try to argue with yourself about why you're getting them and whether or not they're justified. Begin to understand your limits, whether they are legitimate or ones that you have allowed to be forced on you artificially. You'll emerge with even more self-assurance if you dig deep inside yourself. Number 1. Slow down your speech. This can have a notable impact on how others view you. An individual in a position of authority talks slowly as a sign of confidence, recognizing that others want to hear from them. If we feel that people do not want to hear us, we speak quickly in order to encourage others to speak. Try talking slowly the next time you're at a social group to see how much of a difference it makes to those who are listening. They'll want to pay attention because they think you're in a place of authority. Thank you for watching this. If you found this video informative, do like and subscribe and let us know in the comments below about your thoughts on this. See you in the next video, and until then, stay tuned.